Welcome to day 2 of Africa Textile Talks. I'm joined by by Isabelle from the Empathy Club, lovely Vanessa and Shivani, which they're gonna share more details about themselves. As we're slightly behind schedule, so I'll quickly lunge in and introduce Isabelle Chowree. Isabelle Chowree is the founder of Empathy Club. So Isabelle, can you just briefly introduce yourself, tell us what the Empathy Club is all about, and then I'll hand it all over to you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, Priya. And so sorry to everyone, the lateness was on us. But yeah, so I'm Isabelle Chowree, and I have a background in psychology and sociology, and the Empathy Club is basically an experiential and interactive space to help people come in and cultivate the empathy. Why empathy? I think it's what's lacking really in all the social issues or even the ecological crisis. Like we're hearing a lot that there's an empathy gap, that the solutions are here, we know what's going on, but then why aren't people taking action? I think personally that empathy is part of the solution. So cultivating empathy, creating a space of reconnection, and yeah, just allowing people to be human and tell their stories. So I think that's what the Empathy Club is about. So yeah, and stories I think are really, really powerful, because I think we need a cultural transformation, right, in terms of sustainability. And for that, we also need to switch the stories that as a society we tell ourselves, and the stories that what's important, what we value. And that's why I think telling our stories, giving a space for people to tell their stories is very valuable. And that's what we're doing here today. And I'm joined by Vanessa, Simrick, and Shivani, who are craftspeople in Mauritius, and they make local products. They work with like local materials, and they're here to tell the stories, to bring back the human aspect as well of what creating local products is about. So yeah, I'm gonna let Vanessa Simrick introduce herself and tell her story. And if we can all kind of take back our judgment, our perspective, and try to jump into her reality for a bit, that would be great. So,
excellent. Isabelle, I'll leave you ladies to it, and I'll join you later.
Thanks, Priya. Okay, Vanessa.
So hello everyone, I'm Vanessa Simrick. My artist name is Vanessa 29. I am 23 years old. Hello everyone, I'm Vanessa Simrick. I'm 23 years old. My artist name is Vanessa 29, and I'm a freelance fashion designer on my own. I'm actually doing my degree in fashion and design in Mauritius. And I also do my own things, my own creations on my social platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, to promote what I do. So I do clothes and jewelries for people. So when for example, I basically base my collection of garments on a concept. That is, I work for a particular person. For example, I have a client. I base myself for the person. That is what she likes, what color, why is she making this particular outfit, and I make my own creations in it. So like that is a uniqueness in each clothes, including the upcycling concept. The upcycling concept for me, it's I have different old or new garments at home which I do not use, so I just cut out from these to do my new creation. So merging the concept for the client or for myself with the upcycling thing and do my collection prior this. And then I have also some friends who love to help me to model in my creation so that I can post on my social media, or I do it myself. And that's it.
And can you tell us a bit about like how did you get into creating clothes and why do you love creating clothes so much? Like what does it give you, or yeah, how does it make you feel?
Yes. So when I was little, some people just asked me what I want to do in life when I will grow up. I was 6. I didn't know about a job. I just wanted to play. So this kind of traumatized me. And growing up, my 2 grandmas were doing crochet, knitting, and sewing too. So they sew their own clothes or for the family. And I was really captivated by this, by knowing how it works actually. How do you take a thread and make it, I don't know, become a garment? Like how do you do that? It's not magic. So I just learned from them, and I get into my mom's book. It's my mom's school book. She was doing home economics, so there are cooking, sewing, and all. And she has a small sewing kit that when the buttons of a shirt is broken, is out. She just saw it, and I was just, you know, interesting about the small needles. So like the sewing kit was really interesting for me to know what everything can help to do the garment actually. So it began by that. Then from this, I learned sewing at secondary level, and I get into it with the social media. Also, I get the chance to promote myself and to know other people who do this and get to know them and share the experiences. That's it.
Great, thanks. And like how connected are you to the fabric? Like how important it is for you to upcycle or to know where the fabric comes from, or yeah.
I want to bring comfort. So first of all, comfort, like wearing a clover, you have to be comfortable in it. When even if you're a kid or an adult or whoever you are, you have to be comfortable. So I base myself upon, for example, which occasion you are doing those garments for, and you just don't have to put it just for it to be beautiful on you. No, that's not really the concept. But you have it is so that it is beautiful and you're comfortable in what you're wearing actually. And prior this, I base myself on cotton fabrics basically, and all which will be like comfort to the skin of the person actually. And yeah.
Cool, thanks. And what would you say is your vision for, like, do you want to create a collection? What do you want to do with like sewing? What's your vision with it?
With what I'm doing actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I want to just people to know me, to know what I do, and maybe do some collabs. Prior what I'm doing, and maybe I don't know, do something for them, a particular collection for them, something like that.
So you like to work with like private customers mostly, like specific to a person, or do you want to like open a shop with your clothes, or yeah?
Actually, opening a shop will be a bit problem for me because not everyone like what I do, because I work particularly for a specific person, individually. I mean,
Okay.
this is what I do, but I don't know if everyone would like to wear the same thing, because I don't like this particular concept like ready to wear. I need, if it's ready to wear, I will do something on it, some embroidery, just like it to be like personalized, yes. So that when you're going out, you don't see a person that you don't know wearing the same thing out to you. It's not nice. Visually for me, I need something, I don't know, a jewelry on it,
like
a chain.
unique. Yeah.
Yes, unique.
Okay, great. Anything else you want to share with us today about what you do?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Thanks. Vanessa is a student in fashion, and she was a bit shy. I think it was her first time talking to so many people about what she does. So yeah, really grateful that you're here today.
Thank you.
Our next storyteller is Shivani, who, well, I'll let her introduce her and tell her story. So yeah.
Okay. So hello everybody, I'm Shivani Ragavoodoo Canee. I'm 26 years old right now, and I'm a designer. But I'm not just a designer. I have at heart materials, sustainability, people, and the economy. And I would start up by telling you a bit about my journey, how I love what I'm doing right now. I came into all of that. So since my high school days, I've always been attracted to art and science. And throughout my years, I've been able to pursue my studies in both, be it science and also art. It wasn't easy because it wasn't accepted at school, but with the relation that we had with my teachers, I've been able to sneakily do what I wanted to do and also get a scholarship out of it. And after my high school, I did attend university. I chose sustainable product design, where again, I had the pleasure to learn more about sustainability and how to implement design when doing anything, be it an interior, exterior, urban planning, and the fashion industry, everything that concerns design. And through the university days, I had to do an internship to get to know about work life and the corporate world and how it works after university. And unlike my other friends who chose to go to an office, a factory, or a publicity consultancy agency, I chose to work with handicraft person who weaves a material that we have here in Mauritius called the Pandanus utilis. It's a plant that is locally grown and sourced and has always been used since colonial times, where it was used as a packaging material to export sugar. And we're still using this beautiful material up till now, but I would say that there is very little innovation that's being done with such a beautiful low environmental impact material. And that was 3 years ago that I've been able to work with these ladies, but it was actually a 2-month internship where I had the chance to be with them every day and learn that art of weaving. And through that 3 years that I've had with them, I've actually fell in love with the material so much that I continued to work with the material, and up till date, I've been able to craft new products out of it, where I kind of innovated with the material to make new forms and shapes and also techniques. And I'd like to show you bracelets that I've been able to craft out of them, and also a necklace that I'm wearing also. But there's so much to do, actually. There's so much to do with this beautiful material, and unless we have the required resources and we need to empower the ladies also, we can't go forward. It's actually a community-based action that needs to be led, so that we have the support needed to concretize projects around this beautiful material, and it becomes pervaded around communities as a sustainable material with lots of potential. And right now, I have my brand named Kahaya, where I make accessories, including earrings. These are earrings made with glass beads and coconut shells and brass. And I make earrings, necklaces, and also bags And also recently, we've also been doing pet accessories using upcycled cloth like these. And it's an evolving brand where I want to show that we can use materials that are not only zero plastic, but also made up of upcycled material and natural material, which are actually sourced here in Mauritius. And right now I'm operating on social media, mainly through Facebook and Instagram, where I have the majority of my customers coming and interacting with me. I'm able to present to them collections that I make, but also customized piece that they want to do, if they want to change colors, and if they have a specific event where they want special accessories to match, or bridesmaid match pieces. So these are the two main platforms that I work on right now.
Cool. That was, yeah, really interesting. Why is it so important for you to work with like locally sourced materials or like low environmental impact? Because I think that's the main theme in your brand.
Yeah, I've been shocked that as a small island here, with so much around us, so much raw material that are unexploited, we rely a lot on imported material. I wanted to change that in our little island of Mauritius, we have so much to explore that we are not taking care of it. And that's why I've wanted to continue to work with the VACWA to show that we can do more than just the usual term bazaar with it. And actually, the responses have quite been positive, and the brand is growing. And also, in a way to expand, I have a mentor who is in US, who actually volunteered to do a GoFundMe for me to enable the expansion of the project, so that I can really empower the artisans that are working the VACWA right now, so that they have enough support to continue the innovation and to adapt new technologies, so as to increase the level of the finished products and to refine the whole thing, in the global aspect.
Cool. And how important would you say it's to be connected to your body when you're working, or to be connected to the material? Like, what's your relationship like personally with your products and, I don't know, your process when you're working?
So after university, I've actually been living like an artisan. I've understood that if I want to make a difference, I have to live in another way. So I learned life skills such as growing my food, making my own products and selling to them directly, like having the personal connection with the material, but also with the customer, to really understand the whole aspect of running a business. And through these 3 years, it's been a learning curve where it has been very insightful to see the lackings that I had and how to fill it up. What did I need to fill up? I had to learn soft skills. I had to join other communities to understand their perspectives and learn from them. I participated in competition so that I could continue to learn, but also understand what is expected today in the world, but not go totally with them, always have my say, but also understand that how people are thinking, so that we can easily kind of sneak in their perspective and help them to adapt a new way of consumption. Mm-hmm. So I would say that it's very important to have if you are a designer and you only design but you don't touch the material, I mean, it's kind of sad, because you don't have the real connection. You don't know what the material can do and can't do. You can't just rely on the craft person to say, hey, I want to do this, can you do that for me? But then you don't understand what are the limits and the feel of the material itself.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to share with us today about what you do, your products, your journey?
So I'm grateful that I've been able to live. I would say that I'm living my dream. I've always had the chance to do what I want to do. And even when I was learning the weaving, and I had relatives who were telling me, you're going to weave, so you're considered, because weaving here are mainly done by women who are 40 plus years. So it's kind of, you're a graduate and then you're going to weave. It's nothing cool about that. Yeah. But still, I believe in the material. I believe in the potential of evolving such a craft, and I remain strong. And I'm continuing my path. I'm continuing on my path in designing and creating beautiful products out of it.
I don't know if you guys can like feel her energy through the screen, but like her passion is like very obvious and it's like overtaking everything. So yeah, I'm really, really grateful that you shared your story with us today. Yeah, Priya, I don't know if you have anything to.
Yeah, I've been listening. It's been amazing to hear your stories and the journey as well of your creations. I was just wondering, before we open up to questions from our attendees, do you find it difficult to convey the reconnection, whether it be with your raw materials that you're using or your craft, with your consumers? And if so, like, how do you get that message across to them?
Yeah. Yeah. So I usually do that by by storytelling, making them understand that where the material itself comes from and what is being transformed into today. And people nowadays really want to be authentic and really want to wear on them a story that that brings out their individuality. I mean, we do have a certain percentage of the population who loves trends, but then there's also that percentage of the population who wants to be authentic and have the Mauritian essence, wearing the Mauritian essence on them. And that's what I concentrate myself into, and I continuously speak my story to them via my social media platforms.
That's awesome.
And they love it.
Yeah, I've seen your products. I'm a big fan, as you know. But I'm extremely interested, obviously, in regards to what we do as an initiative is the craft aspect, and how, especially now with the new generation, we do a lot of projects in really highlighting the importance of reconnecting with craft and nurturing that aspect. As you're both designers and creatives, what would be your advice to budding creatives and designers who would like to do what you're doing, and what would be your advice in helping them reconnect with nature, reconnect with craft in their creations and products?
I'm just gonna translate real quick.
Yeah, go for it. No, apologies.
So,
if anyone in the audience has any questions, please fire away on our chat, and I'll send that across to our panelists.
yeah, okay, we're back.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so my advice would be like to take the person you're dealing with, the target market, into account because you are creating for them. You're not creating for yourself. I mean, you're creating for yourself, but you're basically creating to sell your products, to make people know what you're doing. So I don't know, make more like personal.
Oh, like surveys.
So yeah, thank you. Like more surveys about it. I don't know, maybe one or two of them, what they like, what they would like to buy from you. Why is it like interact with the person you are, the target market you are targeting to sell your products, to know exactly what they want, and then you create it in your own way, propose them, and know about what they like, and then maybe go. Then you can just create for a mass of people to sell it. Really.
Yeah, and I would like to add on that I've had many times where potential customers come to me, they take a picture from Pinterest and then they tell me if I can do that. And then I tell them, you know, someone has designed that and has done it. I can't just replicate it just because you want it. So what I do is that I redirect them to, you know, and actually a lot of new models have came out this way. I told them, you know, I can put it in my style, and if you'd like me to work it out like that, that would be great, or else I'm very sorry. And through that kind of process, actually I've been able to create new models that really are the image of my brand. And I'd say thank you to having such opportunities via my customers.
That's true. And what would you say, you're talking about being given all these ideas and that comes through the process, what is your inspiration behind your brand and your creations?
So my brand's name is Cahaya itself. Cahaya meaning light in Malay. And when light spreads, rainbows are created. And through my line of accessories, you'll find what you'll find in common is a lot of joyful colors. And by my brand, I want to show that colors are very important, and you may be a colorful person or not. I've actually, through my brand, I've been able to people trying colors for the first time. They were actually not at ease at trying colors, but yeah, through I think Kahaya morphosis meaning light transform. I really believe in transformation, and my inspiration is just that light transform, because without light we have no food. We can't see ourselves, and we really get energy from light. So this is my main inspiration behind Kahaya. We're always transforming. Even us, we are always seeking innovation in terms of material, in terms of forms and shapes. So the brand actually really highlight the inspiration behind and the core values.
Excellent. I am conscious of time, so my last question will be, what's next for both your brands? Anything exciting, anything upcoming that we can look forward to?
So my upcoming projects, I have some mini projects which I'm working on for myself, and I'm also being contact from other people who want to promote my creations to fashion show, for example, and for example the international festival Creole. I have participated 2 times. The first one was in 2018, and last year I have participated in it. So they want to promote me. So I'm doing my best to like show what I can do, new innovations, and also proposing to my friends who are helping me as model. Like they love my creations, so they like sponsor me. Like they give me they wear my clothes. I give it to them, so when they're wearing it,
They represent yourself.
yes, from year to year, people know come to know me, come to know my brands, and so I can make something special for them, some garment special for each people who approach me.
Cool. What about you? Yeah, so for our future plans, we actually have a GoFundMe to support it. What we want to do is, now that I've had the experience as working as an artisan on my own, I want to impact other artisans right now and work collaboratively so we can make products of high quality and also push forward more with a new USP on the market also, but not only target the local market, but also the overseas market. So, of course, we need resources for that.
Yes, like, well, I can't thank you enough, Isabelle, Vanessa, Shivani, for your time. I have sadly, there's no questions from the audience, but you've been extremely insightful, and I appreciate every. Oh, hello, are we?
Hello, I do have a question.
Oh, excellent. Go for it.
Okay, I didn't want to type it out. I really just wanted to.
No
I'll just turn on my video. Hi. Hi. I've been really inspired by Kahaya Shivani's work, and I think it's just extremely forthcoming and visionary. I'm much older than her. I do own a small business, but I do take a lot of inspiration from how ethical she is. And so one of the questions I had is that the current small business model is still very exploitative and unsustainable for a one-person owned business. But how do you reconcile adjusting to this reality, you know, holding space for safety and your own timing, but still holding on to that vision?
So what I understood that you wanted to know how, with the model that I have, where I take into consideration details, how I stay as a one person behind that and able to balance it all out. Yeah, I'm not doing great at all. So yeah, I just want to evolve from the artisan who does it all to having a community that work together to you know, delegate the work such that all my energy is not drained out, but also there is impact in the community. And that's what I was telling about the forthcoming project where we have a GoFundMe going on about making it more decentralized and not only about me. I hope I did answer your question.
You did. I think as Mauritian, we definitely have the privilege of having such a big community. And if we were to leave that Mauritianness behind and try to catch on with others, we would leave behind such a strong power that we have. So that's so great.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer for me as well as a young business?
Me? The same question.
How do you do everything? How do you everything yourself? How do you manage?
So yeah, I do everything by myself.
Est-ce que comment tu take care of yourself quand tu fais tout ça? Est-ce que tu as le temps et tes cours, etc.
Yeah. Ouais. So as a fashion and design student doing my degree, it's not. I have to manage my time, so I have to organize all the things that I have to do for my business, for the different collabs and my university. So it is not something easy, but with, I would say, my mom, I had to organize myself. So she always told me doing. So I need to focus on one thing when I do it. I can't do everything. So what I was doing before, she just made me realize I was doing everything together. I was doing, for example, it's a big table. I was doing university assignments. Then I was doing my sewing on the same. I was so confused about all this, and I was like, I can complete all these tasks in one day. It's not possible. So my mom was like, how can you organize all these things and sure about yourself to finish it in one day? You're
Prioritizing.
Yes, I had to prioritize one thing first. So Priya, this I have an agenda where I put every task I have to do. Then I will do it and complete all my tasks. So
your
thanks to my mom.
Yeah, your mom helped
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Clear the clutter.
Yeah, it's really important because, you know, when you do run a business, self-care tends to just, you know, it's just non-existent because you're just, you know, you've got such a to-do list. So it's you know, thanks for sharing your tips and advice. And thank you very much for your question. Anyone else? I'm just checking. Bear with me. We've got a message from Laura that says, thank you for your brilliance and making our future.
Thank you, Jiwa.
And Jiwa, wishing you all success in your vision. It's been a real inspiration, ladies, and I can't thank you enough for all your time. Isabelle, thank you so much for the Empathy Club and sharing your stories and really inspiring us all today. Thank you.
Priya. Yeah, and I feel like
thank you.
having that community is really important.
Yeah,
too,
it's
so
great to have
it's
a
great
circle to discuss,
to share.
and share.
Yeah, I
Really
look forward to a
grateful.
round 2 of this.